Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Why I say good morning? Because we're actually about to have the market open, and it is the morning, so it's a will be great day today. We're going basically to start looking at the chart and getting prepared for the day. So let me share my screen with you. Okay, so basically what happened, what you can see here, that as I explained before multiple of times, that whenever a supply zone basically get tested first time and then it comes as second time and breaks below, and it might be on the first time, second time, third time, doesn't matter, what you will tend to see that it's breaks below and come to test it again and then will get rejected. And most people might think that okay, now it's changing direction because of you see that like a very sharp redirection. So if you look at NQ, happen exactly pretty much the same thing, which actually with the NQ tested the first time, the second time, then broke above. Let's see what will be now on Ra- Russell. The Russell we didn't have the zone, but you can see that. Let's see how this plays out. Actually, there is the first take profit. It's hit our first take profit here. Okay, and it's filled also our second contract, our second lot. Very nice. So that's very good. Let's see here. So basically, what you can see, okay, based on that, it's a hit our resistant area. Okay, it's hit right above the zone. Okay, it's hit literally right above the zone. Okay, by one tick and start changing direction right away. And all of that happened during the night while most of us sleep. So that's very crazy to understand that how you once you understand the system and trust your system, you can go sleep and it will be printing money for you. So that's amazing. This and that. Okay. Okay. So let's get prepared with the ES. Let's get prepared with the ES here. Let's look at what we are seeing today. Large move. Uh, so we basically want to see certain key levels. 67 to 65. So in this area will be very good to watch for us. Okay. So basically very um important to understand that. Okay. If we use this right now as a supply and demand, but also we will be using that as our support and resistance. If it breaks above and retested, then we want to play long, target targeting here where is that yellow in between those. If it plays in such a way that it's continue to play in this area here, we want to play short, targeting this area here, 24, 224. Okay. Now, what we can do, okay, we can quickly run through and see if we find any other type of zones. Let's see. So yesterday on a daily, not good. You see, big week, 12 hours, nothing here. There's this very interesting. So you see, if you do analysis, you say, okay, worked first time, second time didn't work. Maybe just didn't like need to stick to your morals and principles of not trading second time zones. Or you can, again, I had a very tight risk, so it's okay. So we have this zone here. So we have this zone here. Let's close that one moment to have more space here. 2 hours, 690. Oh yeah, 2 hours, 1 hour. 2 hours, 3 hours. So we have this, but it's very big. Okay, 690, nothing. 90 minutes. We have nothing here. You might say this one on a pivot low. But let's see, actually, it might have even worked out already. But it's in a way into a consolidating area. Almost. So it didn't work out as of yet, but it's into a consolidating area. So it's interesting to understand that. We have 5 minutes before the market is open. Okay. So you can see here, if I do that, 30 minutes time frame. Oh, now it's for, okay, got it. So 30 minutes. Yes. Let's see. Okay. So this is the plan today of basically playing short or playing long. If we play short, we want to basically have our stop loss uh, in the. We want to make sure that when we play short or long, it will be already within an area for our comfort. So here you will see it's already broke above this zone, like 1, 2, 3, and then plays more in that area. We can keep it for now, but make it lighter, too lighter. So Now, what we want to do here also quickly, go over. So based on context, when we look at the daily candles like that, you can see that it's very, like this candle, it's more bearish, okay? Because you can see right here this week, okay? So as you see this week coming down, what that tells you, that the price went all the way up from here, sorry, from here, went all the way up here, and then it came all the way down to here, and then came up a bit and closed here and basically moved to the next day. So there is like it's very bearish type of candle that we have more chances of that going down. How do you know? It's because many times you will see on a historical data that you see. So let's an example right here, right? The candle was bearish, and then what happened? Here is another pretty much one to one. This one very close to this one, okay? So you can see that the following day was pretty much like no change of price. Okay, let's see exactly how much it was. $5, which is 0.03% of change. Okay, and then you see another bearish day, and you can see a bit of wick to the top and then more to the bottom. Here you will see, on the other hand, a bit weak on the bottom, but even less on the top, and then it's reversed. Now, would you know that it will reverse here? You might not know that. Okay, however, you need to do analysis and figure out. So you can see here there is demand zone, supply zone. So that's something that could have tell you that, but it's based on analysis that you will need to do. Okay, so let's focus here on finding supply and demand zone quickly. So no, the market just opened. CRM. So you can see right now, 260. Oh shoot! Wow, it's actually broke way below. I was looking. If you guys could have seen, I was looking. Wait, where is the price? So the market opened way below. There was earnings. Yeah, there was earnings. Okay, so this one was on the negative side, but so revenue was lower, but earnings shows way higher based on percentage. That's very interesting. And that was overnight. Wow, very interesting. So based on analysis, I was doing everything right. However, so you can see here also when it was earnings, it jumped higher. Uh, Here when it was earnings, it didn't move much, but during the market it did. So very interesting what happened there. Okay, no big deal. Let's see what's happening here. So we will need to find more confirmations to play short or long. In this area, if we come to this area and the ES is in this area, we basically looking that it's reaching our target, so we can play short from here or long, depends what happens once it's there. Okay, that's very interesting. How the price dropped just so drastically. Wow, that's a drastic drop. By how many percent? Minus 17%. $50 dropped almost. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so it's good. It's a very similar percentage of lower. Second test. So we keep that as a journaling on that. Let me just actually take a screenshot. Also, ooh, you see how right away it's moved to the low? That's very interesting. So, so, wow, there is a massive drop here. Interesting. And here, what we want to look at, it's the VIX. So the weeks on a 30 minutes time frame. Okay. So the VIX moved upwards and moved downwards now. So when it moves downwards, we can see that this moves upwards. When it moves upwards, we can see that that moves downwards. So what would be our plan as mentioned? So also let's see. So also let's see. Based on the daily, you can see that this acts as a pretty fair strength um, over the time that it's been testing every time. So you see test, test, test. Every time it's testing it, it's been showing some strength of value to it very well. That um, see. Right. So basically, it's important to understand that over the 20-day moving averages, the bears want to see it below it, and the bulls want to see it above it. So then it has more comfort in staying in your position. So here also for confirmations on the ES and futures, what we can definitely do is look at the SPY and the NQ. You look at QQQ for additional confirmations. So 1 second, let's start charting that. See how it's like respecting the area. It's not moving in one direction so easy, but once it will definitely move in a very large move, directional move. Very important. It's very important to make sure that you have always stop loss, not mental stop loss, because then you will go mental, but an actual stop loss. Nice. So, okay, so we are going to chart this one right now. We have this trend line. The trend is your friend, my friend. So we are going to see here. So, but we can understand that number one, we have the new high right here. So this is the high. That's good to see that. Then we want to make sure that we take from the pivot low to the high 50% Fibonacci. You always want to check for the sake of confirmations to make sure if it's going towards your direction or not, to know if you want to enter or not. Now, however, you want to always make sure that you have your plans in advance. It's not that you want to, like enter just to enter because you're thinking, okay, we're moving the right direction. You want to have your plan in advance. Now, if you look at the VIX moves lower, so the ES and NQ will start moving higher. Take a look. So you can see here, VIX start to move lower, and the VIX, the ES and NQ moving higher. Very important to understand those concepts because it's something that works in opposite direction of each other. So for bears, they want to see the number 14 being defended, but the bulls want to go under 13. Okay, so they want to go lower, which they did. That's why we have all-time high. They did 13.2, and we had all-time high also on the ES. So it's a very important area to watch. So we're going to SPY quickly. Okay, so 6 hours. We need to see. So there is There is a nice support and I mean supply and demand here. Supply, very 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 small area of supply. What I just don't like it's the candle wick on the top versus the bottom. But let's continue looking. Also, I would prefer it to be here versus here because the location wise. So then the structure also will be better. 2 hours. That's better for me. Even though it's larger, it's still better for me. 195 because it's options and the regular stocks. So we had that on 1 hour, right? No, 2 hours. 2 hours. The wicks is moving lower. You can always look here, right? So it's not like you will need always to go into the chart. You can see that right now it's at 14.3. Okay, so if all of a sudden we see it that it's now you see move up, down a bit by 20 by 0.20 0.30, so you can see that boom, move back, move down. So you don't always need to be on charts if you know how to read the numbers just like that. So we will move this here and we will change that to 2 hours. And we will change the color again. Boom. So this area is basically a key area that we want to see it fall towards. And in this area, we can go long. It's basically similar as to when we will see it here. Okay, so we will see it here, drop towards that area and then move back up. Very important area to watch. So we do that. Now let's see. Do we have here also support and resistance area? I want to see. Boom. So what I'm looking at, it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then it's broke above and also respected with those candles. So those are the things that we want to look out for. Okay. Now let's see what we get from the top here. Nothing. Okay. QQQ. Wow, that was so long ago that I drew that, and Just curious to see if it's worked out or not. Just curious to see if it's worked out or not. Six hours as well. Yeah, I see. So I had the 6 hours there too. Okay. So amazing. So we want to check the NQ. What I usually like to do when I get back to a chart that it's not very recent that I drew, I like to erase it. Sometimes, of course, check as well if it's worked or not, as I just did. But it's more important for me to erase it to redraw everything. Let's say dividends. It's saying that there is no data on that. So basically, why I want to draw on here and see what's happening, because additional confirmations, it's very important. Okay, so there might be another drop today to the areas of like 224 to 216, or there might be a massive rally, so we're waiting to see that directional change. Very excited to see this directional change. How beautiful when everything just like moves like crazy numbers, everything. It's I love that. So this also I took that. I will be analyzing on that. What did I do right and what did I do wrong? Based on what I'm seeing right now, is that maybe on 30 minutes it is in the right location, because it's kind of came down and more up. And yesterday night I was watching a video about Jim Simon, how he, a Jewish mathematician, made a system analyzing charts, and how most of the hedge funds would charge like 20 to 30%, 5%, 10%, depends. And he made such a system that is so successful that brought his net worth very fast to over $21 billion or $29 billion. And he made that all based on computers and coding. And it's amazing how he did that. And he's charging like 60 to 80% management fee, and it's just amazing. So I was thinking to myself, wow, I will love to make sure that I build something like that, so then I can share those things with you, Jim Simons, share those things with you, and potentially work together on those type of things as well. So we will be able to gain capital and just make a lot more success stories based on investing the capital in the right places. So on this note, I will end this video with this quick couple of analysis. I will be continuously watching for more areas that I'm looking to enter, and of course, I will be making my videos with you guys to continuously make sure that you know where I enter, where I exit, for your own trades as well, if you wish to make sure that you fulfill them. Of course, again, as I always say, make sure that you analyze that, even if it's you copying the analytics that you see me do or others online. but you want to make sure that you get those analytics in your charts, so you know why you enter and why you exit. If you lost, you know why you lost, and everything so on. Always, as I was watching yesterday, one of these main guys on the floor in on the stock market, he says, always want to make sure that you have a stop loss, not a mental one, because you will be going mental. So it's very true. We want to make sure that always we have that stop loss. Like, you might put the stop loss and the entry and not put the take profit, because then you move. But stop loss must be there. Must. No question about that. No arguments and no cases will go against that. Okay. Some people can say, oh, well, listen, and so forth. But no matter what, it's a must. Okay, so see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something in this video as well. Again, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you leave some comments, compliments, feedback, anything you would like, and we will be more than happy to make sure we prepare more videos towards something that will help you move your trading journey to the next level. Thank you, and see you in the next one.